Well, I'm
Listen,
saying it
not
sounds
everybody
different.
in college is just out here busting it wide open. They're just not. They're not.
What college? What college were you talking about? HBCU?
I went to an HBCU and I didn't have to my senior year. And if anybody who went
You
to
didn't hear the headboard next
and
door.
tell you like I give you a $500,
You had hold on. Let me ask you. You had a shared dorm.
huh?
Did you have a shared dorm with
So
another one?
HBCUs don't let you share dorms.
What, you ain't have a shared dorm? Okay. Did you
won't
live
let
next to another student?
Hmm? What did you just
She
say?
did have a roommate. He thought you meant shared dorm, like
Oh, okay.
co-ed.
Did you have a roommate? Did you have a
Yes,
roommate?
I had a roommate.
Did she ever say, "Hey, can you go to the caf, or can you go get something to eat for an hour, or go to the library or something? I got my man coming over." It ain't never happened.
No, because my roommate, her man lived off campus, so she would just go to him. If that was, I'm talking about. So you said there's no woman. I'm telling you, I'm a woman who kept my virginity for a decent amount of time in college. I'm a woman.
What's a
I'm pretty sure
decent
I'm not
amount
the
of
only
time?
one.
What's a decent amount of time in college?
My senior year.
So you done bust it open on your senior year.
I did, and I could have helped it then. But yeah,
Almost made it.
my senior year.
She almost made it. And then did you get a ring for it?
No. And Lord Jesus.
You wasn't even trying to
listen.
You probably wasn't even.
So here's a person who was dating somebody my senior year that I am glad that I did not marry, because and I was in love with him. You know,
Did you at least enjoy the sex though?
I thought he was a nice guy.
No, that's not what I asked.
There's your answer right there.
I'm
He was
not
a nice
answering
gentleman.
that question. I'm not answering that question. The point of the matter was,
But now
I
you
was a virgin
but
for a
now you
very
see what
long
I'm saying.
time. I was a virgin for a very long time.
He was
and
a very great person.
What I'm telling
There's
you
a lot
is
of caps in the comments.
a lot of
They
your
don't know. I don't care
leverage.
about people who they don't know me.
You lost a lot of your leverage when you didn't try to prioritize marriage. You weren't even thinking about marriage.
Listen,
you didn't even
at
think
that
he
point,
would be.
So no, I did. No. So let me just tell you this. I agree that there are things that I did wrong. I can take accountability for that. But I'm gonna tell you also that I do not regret that decision in not marrying him. Okay, I don't regret that. So if it's between me being shamed for being with him and not being married, and me marrying him, and I'll take the shame.
Well, the whole point of this conversation was
at the end of the day, I was a virgin for most of my college, for most of being, and I went to a HBCU.
Hold on, I believe you. I believe you, Shan. You mean to tell me there wasn't nobody throughout your 4 years of college that didn't want to take you serious and wanted to marry you?
They did.
All right, let me get to these super chats, man.
so you could.
So hold on, wait. Before you get to the
I told you,
super chat,
I take accountability.
no. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about you taking accountability. It's just going against your argument. You're absolutely right. There are women that did that in college. And guess what? The men were checking for them and wanted to take them serious. There were men in line for them to be picked.
No. You're not listening to what I'm saying. My goal. So in college, my goal wasn't to get a man who could buy me a Bentley. My goal wasn't. I've never said I'm dating a man for money. I'm saying that these are the words that came out saying, "Oh, you've got to buy me something to get something." That's the difference.
No. I wasn't talking about that. No, I wasn't talking about that.
That's what my argument was when I said that I brought the situation up.
No, I was basically just pointing out that even those women who were withholding themselves, those women who were good women, there were men who were lining up to marry these women. They're still, if you're talking about the pick of the litter in college, these women holding on to themselves, they taking their life serious. The problem is, and I think this is the difference between Amira and a lot of our women, is that Amira culture prioritizes marriage over everything else.
Absolutely.
Whereas in our culture, it's not prioritized. Y'all aren't going into college and saying, "Let me find a husband by my senior year." Y'all going to college, y'all saying, "Let me I'm gonna get me a good job, and then hopefully by 30, I'm gonna have me a boyfriend by 27, get married to him by 30, have a couple kids around that age, and then like y'all push the family aspect it comes second fiddle to
This is
No,
what
no,
we
no.
hear.
It's
Dan,
more
this
to
is
than
what we
that.
hear.
Real-
This is
no,
what
no,
we hear.
to-
Let me think about it.
No.
Nah, I'm
So,
good.
so
Let me
Sweeney,
think about it.
the problem.
Nah, I'm good. That's
Sweeney,
all we hear the whole 4 years.
So, Sweeney, the problem too is the ratio is different. So the same issues that Trev was saying about how in life there are less guys who are there. You remember the HBCU, the ratio was like 7-1. There were like 7 women to 1 guy at HBCU. And I
Really?
think it's even
Never
worse.
been in no history of HBCU where the ratio of men to women was 7-1.
Oh,
That
it's
ain't
more
never-
than that now.
It ain't
only
even more. It
7
ain't. No, it is
only
not.
17%.
Yeah, buddy, go to Virginia State University.
Yes, did you know that it's only 17? I was told what I saw in a news thing was it was 17% Black African American males at Howard right now. 17%. So yes, if you look up HBCUs, the percentage, the ratio is crazy. It's way more women than it is for there are guys.
The irony of the whole situation, Shan.
Go to school.
The irony of the whole situation, you had a man that wanted to take you serious and vet you up and wife you up, but you chose to bust it down on your senior year for a man that wasn't even worth you marrying.
Well,
That's the irony of the whole.
So
when y'all was in college, y'all was looking for virgins to get in relationships with and marry. Darwin and Sweeney.
Was we looking for college?
I didn't say shit about no damn virgins. I don't know.
No, but my whole point about the virgin thing is that it sounds different whenever you're a woman who hasn't been touched, saying, "Hey, you got to have a certain amount of money." It sounds different because typically a woman who's virgin can make a case for that kind of argument, because typically those women traditionally require some type of dowry, or what did Amira call it? She called it something different than the dowry, mahar or some shit like that. I don't know. But I'm saying though, like when you can make the argument, you have the leverage and you have the power in your hand. A lot of women in the Western side don't realize how much leverage they have when they have their purity, whenever they're actually coached and groomed to be a wife early on as a young woman. The peak value, all of that stuff coming in start to be diminished. It started diminishing based on the decisions you making moving towards your independency. And then you want to yell out, "Oh, you can't be this, you can't be that," and you got all these standards.
So what I'm saying right now, there's a 20-year-old who's probably a virgin in college, okay? And I'm pretty sure there are plenty of them who are not saying, "Oh, he's got to give me this, he's got to give me that." There are some, but there are plenty who don't say that. They're riding with that guy, whether they're going to med school together or they're doing whatever it is together. There are plenty of women who are.
You're making my point. There's a lot of women some women who are virgin, but they're not using that as a leverage. They don't. A lot of women these days, young women that's in college,
leverage.
They don't see that. They don't see their virginity and their purity as a flex, as a way to leverage what they want. I don't talk to a lot of women, and a lot of them, young women, feel like they weirdos because they ain't had they don't want to be down.
When we was in college, I remember women who were virgins, and I remember avoiding them, and I remember them being like seemingly anxious because I've heard them talk to their friends about they wanted to get that out the way so men would stop avoiding them in college. In my experience, from what I remember, I don't remember men in mass lining up looking for virgins. I remember getting up with the guys, and the first thing come out your mouth is, Trev, do we go to school together? No, right? Did you say where the blanks at? Was it? Could you throw that word in? Was it
yeah. Where the hoe?
Where the hoe?
Nobody wants to be a hoe either. A hoe.
Where the hoes at?